So thank you for having us and have a great weekend.
So we are almost ready for our first race. So I am just going to announce our lead officials. Our lead referee is Nicola Brett. Our referee is Amanda Partridge. And our starter, Dan Valavin. Let's give them all a big round of applause for our referees.
Okay, we're now going to be ready for the first session, the first event, the one and only event, 101, 102, mixed 1500 meters freestyle. Swimmers will make their way onto poolside.
Event one.
Let me try that. Event 101, 102, the mixed 1500 meters freestyle. So this is the first event of the weekend. We have 5 swimmers. In lane 2 is Dorian Williams of Trowbridge. In lane 3, Connor Conway of Kingston Royals. In lane 4, Mark Evans of Hitchin. Lane 5, Caroline Faithful, Taunton Dean. And in lane 6, Andy Banks, Melton Mowbray. This is the 1500 meters. It's 60 lengths of this pool here in K2 Crawley. The longest event of the program, the pool program at swimming, the longest event of this weekend. Getting us underway. Mark Evans leads through the first 50 meters. 40.66 was his split. All swimmers in this heat are in the T21 category. Mark Evans chasing his own world record of 21 minutes, 23 seconds, 0.10. We'll check back in on that later in the race. He's gotten off to a strong start. Also going well at the top is Williams, who just leads the way ahead of Connor Macaulay Conway. Caroline Faithful and Andy Banks going into the wall together. Faithful, the only swimmer in the female event here, so she's racing for a different medal. She is the British record holder to 25:55.05, the time that she holds. She had a great meet here last year. It's a fast pool here in Crawley. All swimmers now through the first 200 meters as Andy Banks goes over in lane 6, the swimmer from Melton Mowbray. That yellow heart of Mark Evans turning on the 250 meter mark. 254.79 leads the way. This is the first of 3 sessions here today. Session 2 will start at 10:30. Session 3 at 1:55, and then we have 3 more sessions for you in Sunday's program. A lot of these swimmers will be back for the 800 meters tomorrow morning. As we see Caroline Faithful there go over 3:28.20. She's put some distance now between her and Andy Banks, and now she's got that battle at the top of the pool in her sights. Still a long way to go in this 1500 meters as the swimmers settle into their rhythm. Mark Evans now going through the 400-meter mark. 5:55.72 for him. Conor Conway in second position at the moment as we see Dorian Williams and Caroline Faithfull go into the wall together. Williams had the quicker turn, but Faithfull with a great turnover of her arms. She moves through the water very well, and we see her start to come back up level with Williams as they go into the turn at the other end.
So we're really lucky to have lots of clubs represented here. Thank you to those clubs for your presence. We also often have unaffiliated swimmers, and we love you guys, and we'd love you to come and tell us where you are from. Come and tell us a bit about yourself. We will give you a shout out. So please do, if you're unaffiliated, come and tell us all about yourself. We'd love to meet you.
So we just see there Mark Evans going through the halfway point. I think I'm trying to see the counter from down here. It's quite far away. But that was 30 lengths completed for Evans. He is, once again, just a reminder, the world record holder in this one. 2:23.10 is the time that he is aiming for to better that mark. He was the top T21 male swimmer at the World Down Syndrome Swimming Championships in Antalya, Turkey earlier this year. There he won 3 golds, a silver and a bronze in the individual events. And he also won 2 relay golds and a relay bronze. Also winning a relay gold medal there and breaking the world record was the swimmer in lane number 5, Caroline Faithfull, just going over at the turn end now with the diving boards. She's cemented 3rd position in this race. As we move through, once again, just a reminder, she is racing in event 102, so she's racing for a different medal, but she does have Conor Macaulay-Conway in her sights, swimmer from Kingston Royal, just turning in lane 3, doing a bit of a spurt out of the wall. Faithful keeping a very good pace here. Built for these distance events, she really enjoys them. Like I said, a number of these swimmers will be back in those 800 meters tomorrow morning. But there's a lot of swimming to be done here on this Saturday before we get to tomorrow. And some of these swimmers, we will see their names popping up throughout the weekend. 300 meters to go for Mark Evans. 18 minutes, 16.52 is his time with 12 lengths left of this pool. .500 meters to go for Dorian Williams. At the next turn at the dive-in board end, Caroline Faith will be into her final 400 meters. So all gets a little bit confusing here as the field starts to come into the closing stages. All on different parts of their race in this 25-meter pool. From Melton Mowbray, Andy Banks in lane 6 goes over. At the next turn at this end, he will have 500 meters to go. It's Faithful, a great push off there to get her up into that final 400. Evans 19:48.51. With 200 meters to go.
Evans looking like he's picked up the pace actually now for the last push to the finish.
Yeah, we'll see him. He started to kick his legs a little more. We'd expect that to increase. Definitely used that through the red lines of the 5 meters off the wall. The field is bunching up, but remember they're all on different distances at the moment. It is the man in the middle in that yellow hat leading the way. So next time round, we will hear our first bell that will signify that Mark Evans has just 50 meters to go, 2 lengths of this pool. We've seen his world record mark slip by here this morning, but he's got a very commanding position in this one. There is that bell, 2 lengths to go. The volume in the pool starts to rise. All of these competitors will get the bell when they've got 50 meters to go, so don't be alarmed if you hear a few more. So here comes Evans into his finish. He'll come under the flags, 5 meters left of this one. And he will stop the clock. 22:46.11 for Evans there. The swimmer from Hitchin touching the wall first in lane number 4. Swimmer still racing for time behind him. When Conor Conway comes into the wall here, he'll have 200 meters to go. Connor Conway has picked up the pace slightly. 150 meters to go for him. Now we see Caroline Faithfull starting to try and wind up those arms once again. So often we see her claw back the distance in the final stages of an event. .300 meters left for Andy Banks down in lane 6 from Melton Mowbray. For Faithfull there, take a sneaky look at the board counter. 100 meters to go for her and Macaulay Conway. So what will happen is we will hear the bell for them this next time round. Caroline Faithfull winding at the arms there again. We can see as she goes down into that turn. Definitely closed the gap on Connor Macaulay Conway, but he had the better turn. He's back up into the lead. So the swim speed of Faithfull against the race skills of Conway as we go into the final 55 meters. We hear those bells. A welcome sound on 1500 meters for the competitors. Williams will get the bell next time round. We see Conway over Faithfull off the wall, and now it is a battle down the final 25 meters, which it looks like Connor might have the better of on this occasion. Faithfull finishing fast though, it's going to go right down to the touch. As we hear the bell for Dorian Williams up there in lane 2 for Trowbridge. It was very, very close, so close in fact, that Faithfull and Conway touched the wall together. Which seems like a fair split of the way that race was panning out. Our first dead heat of the weekend. Always exciting up here when that happens. As we see Williams now, he's picked up the pace as well down this final 25 meters, finishing strongly with that arm stroke as he comes in to the final 5. Didn't have an entry time here. 27:46. 27 is the time for Williams as Banks goes over with 150 meters to go. So 6 lengths left for the experienced man from Melton Mowbray. During his career, he's represented Great Britain around the world. He's been all the way to Taiwan, Canada, and slightly closer to home, Italy. Banks, the oldest member of this field, 37 years old. He said lots of experience. Just to remind you though that the next warm-up will be starting as soon as this race concludes pretty much. Once Neil gives you the okay to get in. And then that warm-up will run until we start. We've got an opening ceremony at 10:15, and then the racing starts for session 1 at 10:30. See Andy now. He will get the bell when he comes down this length. Signify 50 meters to go. The warm-up changes slightly for the next event. We've had a mixed warm-up for this race, so I will let you know, and you will be invited to get in straight away once this race concludes and the swimmers have left, which will be in 50 meters time, because there is the bell for Andy Banks. But he goes to his legs. We see this so often on a 1500. Save all that energy to make sure you can get through those final lengths. That was a great burst of speed off the wall for Banks as he looks to go under the flags for his final turn. And he will bring this 1500 meters to a close. That will be the end of session 1. So let's just get behind Banks. There's that kick again. If he can hold that down the length, I'm sure he will finish strongly with one of his quickest splits of the 1500 meters.
And I think he might be looking for a PB here, Liz, as well.
He's going well. If you can PB at 37, you take it, wouldn't you? His entry time was 31:40.46. It's almost a minute faster there. 30:47.17 for Andy. An excellent swim to round that out. Well done, swimmers. You can leave the pool. Thank you very much. And as mentioned, warm-up for session 2 will get underway straight away. That will be all female swimmers, plus the any male open swimmers in the 400 meters individual medley. You can enter the warm-up pool as soon as the last swimmer is out of this one.
Okay, so that's all female swimmers. You can now do your warm-up, and also the men's 400 IM entries as well, please. You can use all the lanes, no more than 9 swimmers in a lane, please, if we can. Some of those swimmers who want a bit of a quiet session as well, there's also the scoreboard end, there's the warm-up pool there as well for you all. Coaches, can you monitor the end of the lanes, please? Be much appreciated as well. Thank you.